Hello, and welcome to another day where we solve math problems for fun. Okay, so today we have a problem dealing with order of operation, and so you can pause the video now and try to solve the problem yourself, or you can work alongside with me to solve the problem. So, first, I don't like how this is set up. I prefer some of my portions to be vertical instead of horizontal. So I will go ahead and write my 48 divided by 8. And then we know that's all being multiplied by 2 to the fourth power, subtracted by 6 minus 11 to the second power. Now we know that 8 going to 48 6 times, and 2 to the fourth power is 16, because 2 to the fourth power is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And we know these two give me 4, and these two give me 4. And 4 times 4 could give me 16. Okay? So, 6 times 16 will give me 96. Now, 6 minus 11, which is negative 5 squared, and we will bring it down. It'll be 25 because negative 5 times negative 5 is a positive 25. And two negatives give me a positive, but we still have this negative on the outside right here. That's why it is still right there. Okay? So, 96 minus 25 is 71. Okay? Simple, straightforward problem. Now, I understand, according to social media, they like to do PEMDAS challenges and whatnot. Well, I understand how some people could be incorrect on certain procedures, but if you approach PEMDAS this way, this is some ways that some people approach a problem. This is how some of their thinking works. Now, the parentheses play a very critical role when doing order of operation. If you look at the blue example, you see they have two additional parentheses that wasn't mentioned in the first problem. These two additional parentheses cause the problem to be set up like this. Okay? Now, you see how the two setups are different? So up here, this is one setup. And then right here is another setup. Okay? You see how without the parentheses, the 2 to the fourth is in the numerator. But with the parentheses, the 2 to the fourth is in the denominator. That plays a very critical role when solving problems, and especially dealing with order operation. Okay? But 71 is your correct answer. If you so happenly to put the 1 in blue in your calculator, then you will get a fraction. And you will get a negative fraction. Okay? So, onward to our next example. We have x squared plus xy over 3x minus 2y. And they give us a value. X is equal to negative 8 and y is equal to negative 2. So you can pause the video now to try to solve it, or we can go ahead and jump right into it. I like to go ahead and jump into math because that is my bread and butter. I love math. Okay? So because we got a negative 8, we're going to put this in parentheses. Okay? So we have negative 8 squared plus negative 8 times negative 2 all over 3 times negative 8 minus 2 times negative 2. Excuse that. So, negative 8 squared, that's basically negative 8 times negative 8, which is a positive 64. Now, two negatives give me a positive, so negative 8 times 2, which is a positive 16. And negative 8 times 3, negative 24. And we have a positive 4. This would be a negative 20 in your denominator. And you would have, then you would have 80 in your numerator. Now you can approach this two ways. Well, first of all, the answer is negative 4. You could think of it as how many times can 20 go into 80? Because you got 20, 40, 60, 80. That's 4 times. And if you pay attention to the sign, a positive divided by a negative is still a negative. That's why it's negative 4, okay? So this is your answer. And for here, this is a power of a power rule, okay? So you have 1/5 to the second power, m cubed to the second power, and n to the second power. Remember, whatever is inside the parentheses, if it's raised to a power, everything gets that power. That power goes to everything, okay? Just like the square goes to the 1/5, the m cubed, and the n. That square got to go to everybody, okay? That's like your mother coming in the house with a box of donuts. She's just not going to eat all them donuts by herself. She going to distribute it to everyone. Or everyone going to go take some donuts, okay? That's how you got to think of it. Your mama is the squared. You and your siblings are the 1/5, m cubed, and n. Y'all gonna want them donuts. Okay? So, 1 squared is 1. 5 squared is 25. Remember, it goes to everyone. Now, it will be m to the 6th power because 3 times 2 is 6. As well as 1 times 2 is 2. So it's going to be n to the 2nd power. Okay? That's your answer. Questions? Nope. That's just a little math. Teacher humor. So for this one, same procedure. You have negative 6 squared, C4 times to the raised to the 2nd power. And you have d to the 10th to the 2nd power. All over 4c squared d to the 5th. Okay? So, negative 6 squared is 36. C to the 4th squared is c to the 8th. D 10th to the 2nd power is d to the 20th. Because 10 times 2 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8. And we're going to bring that all over our beautiful 4c squared d to the 5th. Okay? Now, 4 going to 36 9 times. 8 minus 2, c to the 6th power. And d20 minus d20 over d to the 5th power, which is d to the 15th power. Now, the rule for when it comes to dividing like terms, subtract the exponent. So 8 minus 2, which is 6, 20 minus 5, which is 15, okay? Subtract exponents when dividing with like base. Your base are the big numbers, or your big variables in this case, okay? Those are your base. Okay? So 8 minus 2, 20 minus 5, and that's your answer. So that concludes our order of operation problems. I hope this helps you understand a little bit more about order of operation and how to approach them. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave it in the comment section. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a fun day.